All right, all right, all right. I think I am live. Hello, Zen friends. Welcome, welcome to Saturday night. Can you believe it already? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Here goes the weekend. I know. In the year. Can you believe it's like November 22nd already? It's crazy how fast time is flying by. But hope you're doing well and enjoying your moments. We're going to start off as we do by bringing in some beautiful love energy. By first taking a big deep breath and coming back to the moment, and then we'll use the singing bowl to really draw and vibrate that energy in. So if you'd like to join me, we'll start off by breathing deep, just one big deep breath, hold it for as long as you feel comfortable, and then a slow exhale just to focus on being here, not in the future, not in the past, not in the chaos of the outside world, but right here, right now. And then we'll move forward. So if you'd like to join me, here we go. Big deep breath in. Beautiful. So I will hit the singing bowl 3 times. And as I do that, you can just imagine this beautiful love flowing in to your body, eternal, unconditional love energy from the spirit world. Just have it flow in through your brain and all of your thinking and thoughts and beliefs, into your heart and all the emotions, the emotional waves that are there, into our physical bodies, into all of our organs and our blood and our cells and veins and all of that, and into our energetic bodies, our chakras, and all the meridians that run throughout our physical bodies, and of course, our auras as well. Just filling up every being or piece of being of who we are, every side of it, and then it just flows out and let it do what it wants to do in the outside world to help raise the love vibration there. Because we know the world can always use love, sweet love, right? Like the old song used to say. So I will hit this. I'm not sure how loud it will be. You can also think of at least one little thing that you're grateful for in this moment that immediately helps raise your love vibration, sets you up to receive more and messages from spirit too. So if you'd like to do that, you can do that as well, right? So here we go. Prepare your ears. All right, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. She's singing away tonight. Let me just calm her down here a little bit. We'll put her back on her shelf. my little hoodie on tonight. It's a little bit cold out, so it's cold down here in the cellar. Let me just adjust a little bit, get situated here, and we will get into everything. Hey, everybody, good to see everyone. Hope you're doing well. We got some beautiful black tourmaline little necklace. It's hard enough to have something this close to my neck. I don't know why. Maybe I was hung as a witch in a past life because I don't like things around my neck. Maybe it was I had to wear a tie the last 2 years of my, high school because I went to a private, our church's school, and we had to wear clip-on ties, but you had to wear it, and it was like, I felt like it was choking you. Anyway, so we've got this beautiful I don't know if you can see the tourmaline. It has a little phoenix and a dragon, which is the true yin yang or one of the yin yang. So black tourmaline helps protect, soaks up any energy going on. We got a beautiful candle going. You think you can see it. You got green. We're focusing on heart energy. So I love it. So welcome everybody. Good to see you. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of Zen friends with huge hearts and great senses of humor. We do always have room for more Zen friends, so welcome, welcome, welcome. We do try to keep this a safe and positive, uplifting, vibrational space. Um, so thank you guys for honoring that and for all the love and support. I'm so grateful. If you want to know how the process works of readings, it's all listed down in the description box of the video. Um, just the skinny of it all is donations do get first priority. We step out of that. We honor that energy exchange and step out and dive deeper into those. Um, Free readings are generally 1 to 2 cards, sometimes 3, but usually 1 to 2. But for donations, we do dive deeper and pull more cards for that. We get into the tea, the little third eye, private eye action, as we say. You also get a oracle card as a fortune cookie for a donation. Tonight, even free readings, they get a little forest spirits oracle. So you'll get one of those with a free reading too. They're little short little blurbs. The other one is from a book. It's a little longer and more in depth. So um, that's why. I don't have any set amounts for donations. Whatever you want to give from your heart, you can use the super chat down below. Or I have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square down in the description box of the video as well. So whatever you give from your heart, I do honor that, knowing that's what you're able to give at this time. And so I do honor that. What else? I if I don't cover any free readings by usually around 2.5 hours in, I will step away from donations and complete free readings. Um, and at the end of each session, I do post a pinned comment listing all the readings with timestamps. So that's kind of how if you had to take a test right now, those are what you would need to pass the test. Bada boom. What else? What else? Oh, so just in case, I did post the new moon drawing winner. I have not heard from them yet. So if you think it might be you, let me just take a look here. We won't make you do that. I forget who it was. Oh, Brittany Lynn. So I don't think Brittany's here, but so Brittany won this last new moon giveaway. I do have giveaways for the rest of the year for every new moon and full moon. So if you're interested in getting into the full moon drawing, which is December 4th, not next week, but the week after. Yeah, because next week is Thanksgiving. It's the Gemini full moon. We'll do a drawing for that to win either a 30-minute personal recorded reading or a Hedge of Peace and Love. So uh, if you're interested in winning one of those, make sure to check that out. I'm looking over my microphone for my notes here. We also have all of my readings and Hedge of Peace are on sale until the end of the year. So if you're interested, all this information is down in the description box too. But they're on sale all the way through, even on New Year's Day. I'm going to plan on changing back pricing on January 2nd. We'll see if I actually do it, but that's the intention up to this point. Also have a free podcast if you're interested in an easier path in life. You can check out my podcast, The Easier Path, where we talk about human things, what we go through. I share a story from your brothers and of something I've gone through, and then we talk about my stories are not unique. I know we've all gone through similar situations, just different characters and different places and different scenery, but the moral of the stories are pretty much all the same, aren't they? As you talk with more people in life, especially I'm almost 60 years old. I know, I can't believe it either. Maybe it's really I'm 49, almost going to be 50. No, I know I was born in 1967, so I've been old. Um, but the more you realize in life, the more you realize, and the more people you talk to, that everyone is on the same journeys. It just looks a little different, but at the core, we all want to be loved. We all are searching for a dream, and we all have our fears. Boom, boom, boom. Um, and when we realize we're all in it together and the themes are a lot of the same, it makes life a little easier too. But the easier path goes into a lot of that stuff, and we find out human reasons why we do things, spirit reasons why we want to experience things, and then hints from spirit on how to make it an easier path. So that is the skinny bajini on all of that. So that is what we have. Enough of the blah blah blah. Let's do some shout outs and get my little list all together here, and we will get started into the readings. So we've got Maria P. Hello in the house, Maria. Good. Whoops. Behave, mouse. Let me get you added to the free list over here. And we've also got here. I don't know why. My eyes are blurry. Maybe it's just my screen. Ah, there we go. So Olivier Vagara. Hello, hello, my friend. Good to see you as well. We'll add you onto the free list here. We got Mika Khan in the house. Hello, hello. Get you on the list here too. And then Olivia, I see your donation. We actually have a couple before you, so we will complete that. Um, you'll be like the second person, but the third reading. And good to see you as well. We have Patricia. Hey, Patricia, let's grab yours for free readings here. And then we've got Urvashi. Hello, hello. And Dollface Diva. Hello. Of course, Moonlight. Hello. You will be up first for the first two readings. So thank you for your donations. We'll be jumping into that real quick here. We got Touch O Love. Hello. And Maria. Just Maria M9. Not in addition to Maria P. I've got Marie's and Maria P's and just Maria. We'll call you just Maria. So that is where we're at right now. So I think we are good here. All right. So thanks for being here and thanks for all the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love. And I'm so grateful that you're part of the love tsunami, something everyone can do for free to show a little love to the channel and to me. So I'm so grateful. We will be using the Tarot of Kingdoms, right? Sacred Kingdoms, not just kingdoms, but sacred kingdoms. This evening, a beautiful deck. I like changing them out every once in a while, so probably use this today and tomorrow. For those of you that make donations, this is the Creatrix Awakening, Awakened. Sorry, I'm not even reading right tonight. At least reading English right. So that's what you'll get for donations. And I already showed you for the free readings. We will grab one of the others. All right. So that's what we're at. Let's grab some coffee. Do a little cheers, everybody. Clink, clink. Good to see you. All right. And we will dive in. So I think that's all good. Yeah, it looks like we're going good here on the screen. So, all right. So, Sama, aka Moonlight, here is your first time stamp. And like I said, of course, we'll circle back around for number 2 here in a moment. So thanks for the vibe sticker and donation. You want to know any messages from spirit? How to move forward, any joyful things coming, anything you can do to get their messages more clearly so you can get them more easily. All right, absolutely. And we'll take a look here and see what spirit has here for you. So, what do you have here? What would you like to know? Feel like we want to focus in here on first anything you can do to get their messages more clearly and more easily. I feel like that's where they want to go first. Thank you. Do that, and that. And then how to move forward. Thank you. card went flying out of the deck. And then these two underneath that. And then just any joyful things coming. I feel this because all these are going to be messages from spirit. So that's what we'll zero toward here. Yeah. I like the underlying energy because you do have the 10 of cups that's coming in here. Let's see if you can see. It says 10 of cups down there on the bottom. And this is a joyful energy, an abundance energy, a fullness energy that comes in here. And and that is kind of the theme, right? That's the theme of life, that when I recognize the joy that's in my life right now, the things I am grateful for right now, in the moment, then when I'm in that space of gratitude, it feels wonderful. It feels amazing, right? And then it just allows us to flow into that higher vibration. That is a space, and we'll of course pull these other cards here, but when anyone asks me, and I've had people ask me before, is how are you able to hear from spirit? How can you gain that clarity, gain that ease? And it's like, well, it's like if you're far away from spirit, like if you, let's like say there's someone on one side of a football field and there's someone on the other end, it's going to be harder to hear them. If you're right next to them, you can hear them much more clearly, not struggle. It's easy to hear someone when they're whispering in your ear, right? And if the stadium is full of a lot of people and loudness and noise, which is fear energy, lower vibrational energy, then it makes it very hard to hear even a whisper because it's so if we clear the stadium as much as we can of all these loud fear noises, any lower vibrational things, anything that's not of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and play and all that, then we can hear more clearly. And if we spend time and even desire to be close to spirit, that desire alone, brings us close. But raising our love vibration purposely through gratitude and choosing joy, choosing laughter, not choosing, by it's like it's not don't choose fear, don't choose. If we focus on not doing something, we do it. We draw that energy towards us because all our energy is going is fear, fear, fear. Like you didn't hear me say, don't focus on fear. No, all our energy, uh, you know, here's is fear. If I'm focusing on what I do want, that's what draws it in, right? So the joy on the bottom. Let's see what else they have here. Anything else you can do to get their messages more easily and clearly? Yeah, the magician, where you focus in your energy, coming in there with that. So it is an energy here of what whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the quest of stepping into your power. Beautiful card. So it is this quest of um like the magician. Both of those energies are about realizing that I'm the one who is can't say these things on YouTube. I'm the head one in charge, you know? I'm the one of my life, you know? We're not at the whim of spirit isn't controlling, they're not a control freak. They're a supporter. They're like, "What do you wanted to go do?" "Well, what do you want me to do?" "Huh? Whatever you wanna do. There's no right or wrong adventure. What adventure would you like to go on?" "I don't know. What should I go on?" Out of fear, you know? But when we're realizing I'm the one that gets to choose, I'm the one driving the bus, I'm the one that's, you know, controlling, my mental choices, emotional choices, and, energetic and physical choices, and no one else. And thankfully, I'm not controlling anyone else's either. Even if I think I am, it's just a mirage. We can't control other people. And the more we divert that energy and step into our own power and take our power back that we've been trying to control everyone, that's where we're able to raise our love vibration because we're not in fear, we're not in blame or guilt or any of that lower vibration. We're in gratitude and appreciation and love, and it just changes things, right? Underneath those two cards, you also have the King of Cups. Yeah, balance between head and heart, balancing our mental and emotional energy, bringing our emotional waters to a place of peace rather than raging white water rapids. Say that fast. Um, so those are things that we can do to help connect and hear things more clearly. And but I feel like the big thing is intention. With this magician and this energy too is in the beginning, I remember like decades ago. Oh God, I getting so old. I say decades instead of years. Decades ago, when I first began, right after, um, it was before that, but really signaled like almost right after I almost killed myself because I sought after the creator because I felt so guilty and I was so afraid. It was like, what? But what they taught me during that time is all it took is one tiny step toward the creator, and they take 10 big steps towards us, and those are big honking steps. So every one, 10, 100 steps towards us, they are wanting to interact with us. So it just takes a little intention from our human side to really connect to the spirit side. So I like that. How to move forward. You got the sun card. So, celebrate the brightness, focus the light on things, or focus on the lighter side of things too. But the sun card, of course, there's that inner child energy work with the sun card. I think they even show, yeah, here's someone standing with their inner child there, if you can see it. Sorry, the glare is kind of weird on this. But it's inner child work and embracing our inner child because that's the one. Lately, I've been embracing my kind of doing a group hug with my like 7-year-old self, my 14-year-old self, my 21-year-old self, my 31, my 41, my 51. All of these representations of who I was at different stages. And we just hug and support one another. And that's that kind of energy of finding and embracing and being that parent, being that support, being that encourager for all the pieces of ourself and realizing that I am going to be everything for myself. No one in the outside world can give me anything that I'm not already for myself. So if I'm not a supporter of myself, I can't find support in the outside world. If I can't find love for myself, I can't find a true lover in the outside world. If I can't be a best friend to myself, I'm not going to be able to find one in the outside world. And when we find it in ourselves, we really don't need it from the outside world. Well, we can still have a mirror reflecting that back, which is always beautiful, but we don't need it. We want it, right? Underneath that, you also have, yeah, the Ace of Cups and the Death card. Yeah, this rebirth. All of this is about self love and focusing on raising your own love vibration. This whole journey of life is about trying to find that love that we've been searching for and hungry for, which comes from the spirit world, right? Um, and we're taught to look on it on the outside, but It's all about turning toward it on the inside with this here. Um, but this is about how do you move forward? You go inward and upward to move forward. So I like that. Anything joyful coming your way? Let's take a look. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. You have a lot of different emotions headed your way here. And the Ace of Wands, going back to your first part. Yeah, whatever you focus on, you're going to experience. So you've got some beautiful, joyful things coming your way, and also some low vibrational, because there's no expectation or even any judgment of experiencing lower vibration. You're going to feel it, you're going to do it. But how long you stay in it is up to you, right? So I like that for you. So hopefully that helps. We'll give you your fortune cookie here too, and then we'll go on to number 2 here for you. Let me just slip these back in here. All right, down here. All right. So from the Creatrix Awakened, let's take a look here. All right, here you go. And your card for this is the Quantum Crystallized Consciousness. Illuminate, embrace, and embody. Number 11. So that's a beautiful card. Third eye. And there it is. So it says, embrace your cosmic transformation. This card encourages you to shine, heal from generational pain, and usher in a new era of transformation and harmony. Your radiant existence illuminates the past and future, fostering cosmic healing and transformation. You embody ancient wisdom passed through generations, forged by life's pressures. Break the cycles of generational trauma and illusions. Embrace your role as the chosen one, allowing quantum crystallized consciousness to illuminate you. You are more than your past experiences. Reclaim fragmented aspects of your soul, revitalizing thoughts, feelings, and emotions that have damaged your spirit. Find worthiness, deservingness, and deep belonging within you. What we've been talking about, right? Discover harmony in past, present, and future wisdom. Your mind, body, and soul find balance as you release generational and current programs that hold you back. You have the power to rewrite your genes and free yourself from the pain of the past. Embrace your highest potential, honor your ancestors, and upgrade generational trauma for the success of your lineage. You are a necessary portal for humanity, complete with a full spectrum of life and an empowered mindset. Operate daily with self belief, learning from love and light, and attain your desires. Embrace your spirit's facets and shine bright. Just one journal question. How can I embrace cosmic healing and transformation in my life? The mantra is I am the chosen one, embracing cosmic healing and transformation. And it does come with an affirmation that says, I am more than my past experiences. I feel like out of everything I read, that's the one that really stood out to me anyway. I am more than my past experiences. I reclaim fragmented aspects of my soul, revitalize my spirit, and embrace cosmic healing and transformation. I am the chosen one, rewriting my genes and shining bright with love and light. I love it. So that's for your first one there, Moonlight. So thank you again for your multiple donations as we move on to number 2 here. All right. So those are your two timestamps. And we got game over sticker. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I see. So thank you for your second donation. So an update on NN. Is that the reason for the game over sticker? All right, we need another sip of coffee here. Fun, fun. All right. Let's take a look, a looky here. So dive deep, you said. So why is he contacting me? Why? Why are you contacting me? We have the why of why he feels he is, and then underneath that, we'll look at why in your journey from a higher perspective are they contacting you, right? And then why does he not answer when you contact him? Oh my goodness, right? So again, we've got the upper and lower, the reason why the human doesn't, and the reason why it's for you not for him not to answer when you contact him. And then what are his thoughts and feelings right now? Like right now. So what are his thoughts and what are his feelings? I don't want those. I want that one. All right. We do want this one, and then I think there was one more. Will you see him in the next 2 to 4 days? Okay, that's that one there. All right. Of course. I'll give you one guess what the bottom of card is. Did you guess? Okay. You got the moon card. So here's your the moon. Here's your Cancer moon energy coming in here. Beautiful, beautiful card. I wish that this camera is not picking these up very well, but these are amazing, amazing um, energies coming in here. Even looks like the person walking has oh, there's a person back there too. There's this energy that they have a dog head, just like the dog that they're walking. And then there's someone way in the back on a journey, leaving the dog behind. All right. But underlying energy is coming back to you, right? This is this energy of focusing in on your Mother Luna energy coming in here. So, an update on them here. So, the first part of the question here, see, my mouse moved. There it is. Yeah. So, why is he contacting you? Well, he's contacting you. Got the Celestial Weaver, which is a unique card to this particular deck. And that is a kind of an energy of being the creator and of my life and trying to take action, trying to intentionally create like their life, right? And so in this moment of creation, they reach out going, I want to try to create something. But what I'm seeing in my head is someone trying to put together something from IKEA without instructions. I think this goes here. And it's like they don't know how to formulate and create um a relationship. They didn't have any good upbringing with a solid foundation of how to build relationships. So they're kind of going, maybe I try this. No, no, that doesn't go there. Let's unscrew that. We got to put this on first, So there's a lot of backing off and retrying, not feeling like things are right. A lot of correcting of things, right? So, but I feel like they reach out because they feel like, okay, this is what in this moment I feel inspired to do that, than to back off, right? The reason why they're reaching out to you from a spirit's perspective, you do have the King of Pentacles, and this is part of your journey of defining your worth. And it's kind of like a laboratory of, you've been learning a lot about looking at your worth from inward and upward, where you find your pricelessness instead of outward, where we end up on a clearance rack and someone's opinion of us is constantly changing because there's instability and, temporariness and all that in the outside world. Well, this is like you're stepping into this. I am getting a firmer and firmer foundation of my worth because I keep on getting turned back inward. When we drift out, going, "Oh, I wonder how they feel about me," and then, especially this will be kind of related to the answer to your second question. Why don't they pick up? It's like because spirit is helping you return back to yourself, and it's part of your journey of kind of facing the disappointment of the outside world and returning back inward, right? So this whole setup, see, it's a setup for the upsets. Upsets are setups, right? So that we can learn about ourselves. Why don't they respond back to you? Got the Page of Wands. It's interesting because the Page of Wands, of course, is an energy of um, heightened energy, but I'm getting like this, almost like this ADHD energy of I'm overwhelmed and overstimulated, and I'm off onto my side project, and I get distracted easily. And when I'm reaching out to you, I'm present and I'm reaching out, but then I'm off onto other things. When if you reply or reach out, they might see it and go, "Okay, I'm going to answer that." Oh, squirrel, and they go off on their little squirrel adventure, and then they forget. And that's the way kind of ADD and ADHD kind of work. You might know that already. Um, Underneath the surface, again, why is it happening for you? Yeah, you got the Lover's card. So it's gaining the clarity here of understanding um, a lot about your journey. And I'm glad they talked about that other stuff in the beginning here of stepping into your worth and understanding it. Because the lack of response, I think we've already talked about that they're not your your future long-term love, they're a stepping stone. So the reason why they don't respond to you is because it's important for you to be comfortable with no response going forward. Not that the person you're going to end up with isn't going to be responsive, but I feel like you experiencing the things that you have, if you hadn't met people who aren't responsive, when you meet, let's say the first person you meet of love in your life is present and responding, they're the first person reaching out to us, they're pouring gifts of in the physical world, the mental world, the emotional world, the physical world, you know, um, passion, and they're doing all this stuff, we wouldn't appreciate it as much because we think that's just normal. When we experience the opposite of those things, when we meet someone who does give us those things, we're like so grateful for it because we don't take it for granted. Where people are like, "Oh, that's just normal," and you're like, "No, it ain't." you know. So I feel like from a spiritual evolutionary, soul evolutionary energy, that this is to help with that, right? Um, so his thoughts, right? We start with the thoughts and then the feelings. So his thoughts right now, temperance, take my time, go slow, see what unfolds kind of energy. We've got the 10 of wands. This is like a understand where I'm investing all of my energy and is it where I'm wanting to invest it. And we have the Empress. Yeah. They see that what you have to offer, and we've talked about this before. It's like your Cancer moon energy, right? You're a nurturing energy. You're that missing mother to a lot of people, even though we don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to be their mother. But there is that energy of feeling nurtured and feeling supported like you would from a mother. And it's almost like a little puppy that was taken away from its mother's teat when it was too young. And now it's, you know, um, they're like desiring to find that love somewhere else. And you have such a huge heart. They're just like, oh, look, emotion, nurturing. It's what I've been longing for. And you're like, you can't get that in me. You need to find that in you. But what you're working through and have been working through is that need to be needed, and that you used to define yourself so much by how people needed you, which made, supported that overgiving that you used to do with no boundaries. Because a boundary meant people would not need you, so you had no boundaries, right? But you've been building those boundaries, and that's that strength of doing that. So I love that. I feel like that's where their thoughts are, is, well, let me see what I want, what's unfolding here. Not a big, I want love and commitment and da da da. It's like, I want nurturing, I want harvest, I want a beginning. I want to reroute with the 10 of wands, where I'm investing all of my energy, and the temperance isn't, I'm not in a big rush. Let me just slowly move into something, right? Let me see. Are there mines in this minefield? Yeah, there's mines in every field that we walk in, but they don't kill us. They just scare us. They're more confetti bombs, not real explosives. Where are they at with their emotions here? You've got the Page of Cups. They do want a higher love. They are seeking for a love that they feel that they don't have. We knew that already. We got the Eight of Wands. They do have a lot of passion. Um, so they've learned a lot about expressing their emotions through passion and attraction and emotion, rather than emotion, which makes sense with that Empress and the mother energy, not really getting a whole lot of emotion from a lot of people growing up. So they don't have self love for themselves. They don't know how to give self love, right? I think we've talked about that before too. Got the King of Cups. Yep. They feel like you are the one that can help bring them balance between head and heart. And I feel like here, especially, the King of Cups, they're half-minded in the air energy, so they're half-minded there, and then they're half emotion. And I feel like they're looking for a counterpart, with that, um, because they don't feel like their emotional side is activated. So they feel like, I rule over 2 kingdoms, but I know nothing about this emotional kingdom. I need someone who can tell me about that. And who else besides the ruler of all emotion, the moon energy, who else besides them would be have the perfect job for it, right? Yeah, or the high priestess, which we have here, which is how they perceive you. This one that connects with the moon, that does, know things and connects there. So their heart knows, but it just feels kind of like they're in the midst, and you know this, they're in the midst of this big transformational energies, um, trying to find that balance, right? And will you see him in the next 2 to 4 days? Do you have the Knight of Wands? So there's this passion energy that's flowing here, quick moving action. So I do feel like that's an action energy. That would be a yes, that they're going to at least ask you um, to meet within the next 2 to 4 days. You get to decide if you will or not, because you're not, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, right? You can say no anytime you want, which I love your boundaries that you've been doing that. So I love that for you. Let me put these back in here. We'll get you a fortune cookie for that situation with them too. But yeah, it's a good update just on where they're at, kind of consistently in that kind of just jointed um, energies. They're just kind of stuck in their head trying to understand emotion at this point. We got the Priestess of Lemuria. So here you go, the High Priestess. They just see you as this kind of mythical being. It's about nourishment, intimacy, and rapture. Well, there you go. Kind of summarizing. Let's see here. It's card 29. Let's find her here. There she is. So the priestess of Lemuria extends her ethereal hand, welcoming you home and beckoning you into embracement of belonging to your soul's lineage, to your earthly vessel, and to the cosmic symphony. Journey with her beneath the ocean's surface, revealing the dancing light on the sandy seafloor and the shimmering waters above, which activate ancient light codes with your soul. Such Cancer moon energy swimming below the waters of emotion, right? Memories resound from the echoes of Mu, steeped in reverence for all life and the luminous 5D and higher consciousness, a place of unparalleled bliss and potentiality, where communities thrived in harmony with Mother Earth and all beings. You are summoned to recognize your place in the grand tapestry of existence, acknowledging your significance in this time on this planet within this cosmic era as an ambassador of your lineages. Embrace the truth that you are a vital thread to the fabric of creation, leading with your heart and frequency, intertwined with the destinies of all beings. Engage in reciprocity, the sacred dance of giving and receiving. Allow yourself to engage in this fluent exchange, replenishing and being replenished by the energies you share with the world. Understand that in community lies your greatest strength, for it is within the collective embrace that we find nourishment, growth, and purpose. Reconnect with the sacred waters, the ancient keepers of memory and transformation. Speak your prayers into the waters, anoint yourself, and honor the cycles of life that govern our planet's evolution. Embrace your belonging, honor your community, and tread lightly upon the sacred path illuminated by the Lemurian priestess as you weave the threads of harmonious Lemurian frequencies into the tapestry of the unfolding new era. Wow. Your journal prompts are reflect on your connection to Lemuria and the rememberings it evokes within you. I'm sure you know what Lemuria is. It's one of the earlier iterations of humanity. Uh, Lemuria, Mu, Atlantis, kind of around overlapping during this period. But there's some special awareness that we gleaned because we were all, you know, everyone on this chat uh, have been part of the civilizations of Egypt and Atlantis and Lemuria, as well as tons of other things as well. How can you embody the principles of reciprocity and contribution in your daily life? There is a practice. So, Lemurian water coding is a simple ritual to infuse frequency into your water. So, grab a glass of water. Okay, I've got lemon water. So, but we can grab a glass of water, right? Take a deep breath. Uh, and and then hold the glass close to your mouth and speak or sing to the water. I will speak, I will not sing for you this evening. I can sing, but I will my concert will be coming up soon. I'm just kidding. So we say heart opening, abundance, joy, courage, what you are. Oh, and then you talk about what you're desiring to attune to. I ask the waters to bless the waters of my body. I ask the waters to bless the waters of this planet. I ask the waters to bless the waters of our galaxy. I ask the waters to bless the waters of the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Aho, so it is. Aloha ma. Beautiful. Cheers. Since it was right there, how could you resist not taking a sip, right? It says you can also add in about your star lineage. Like I ask the waters to bless the waters of Mintaka. So you can also talk about your lineage in there. And the mantra is I honor my Lemurian lineage and embrace my role in the cosmic symphony as a frequency leader of the times. And there's a school of dolphins on there. So beautiful. So I feel like that, even though you're talking about, and there, that this is about remembering what role you're here for, that that is the purpose, that is the draw, the connection you have with water is an important energy, and that these things we're learning through relationships are fun and enlightening and helping us know more about ourselves. But there is an energy of uh, focusing in on your high priestesshood for now. All right. So that's what they got for you. Moonlight, summer, summer, and so many blessings. Thank you for your dual donations. Hope you might have be asleep there on the other side of the planet. If you are, good morning when you listen to this. All right. So up next we do have Olivia, and then I do have. Let's take a look here. I do believe I got donation here. Yes, Maria P. Thank you for your donation. You'll be up after Olivia. I think that's it for my donation so far. And then if we don't have any others, we will dive in to free readings. So let me just take a look here and see here. Yeah, we've got Mika Khan's, we've got Olivia A's, we have Maria P. Oh, and Maria Salentine. Hello, hello. So I didn't see you come in there. We have Maria and Maria P, and we've got Marie Salentine as well. So we've got a lot. So I got you on the free list there. All right. All right. Well, we'll jump in here. You're very welcome, Olivia. So your timestamp for your reading is here. And thank you for the behind the scenes in the donation here. So good to see you as well. So we got DH and AH made a and created a promotional video last Saturday that had several of their friends in it. Okay. Even though BA was there that day, they weren't in it. Dun dun dun. A delicious tea read, please, on why and anything else you can get from here. All right. So interesting here. Let's take a look. So why were they not in the video? Dun dun dun. Let's see here. Okay. Got that. And we got that. Right. I do want these, and I do want this here, and I do want this here. Yeah, and in fact, this is anything else, all this other stuff here. All right. Well, let's see what we have. Because we have a little countdown for and anything else. We got a 3, 2, 1 energy. What is that going for, right? Like the mysterious, like in the old movies, like the trumpet. Bum, bum, bum. Oh God. Well, the bottom of the deck here, we do have the hang demand energy, which is about seeing a different perspective, seeing things differently, a bit of a transformational energy that's happening there. Well, we'll find out what that means here, but there is this. It feels like a separation kind of energy, right? At least from a perspective of, you know, I don't know. It feels energetic, more so. Well, we'll find out here. So what was all this about? Why weren't they in the video? Why were they excluded? We got the world card, and that's an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new adventure. So there's that separateness energy again. And we have the Eight of Cups, walking away from emotions and friendships and people that don't serve anymore. Oh, what's going on here? Is there this separation happening? Is there that has the gorge turned into the Grand Canyon between them? Is there this type of is this what the countdown is? 3, 2, 1? Well, we'll find out here, but it does feel here that's that energy that we were picking up, right? So there's all this ending, beginning, walking away emotionally, the separateness, um, feeling cocooned away. What is this? Feeling alone in a crowd. I'm there, but I'm not there. Hmm. Interesting. Let's see what this is about. I know, right? So we got the star card, someone's dream, someone really focusing on living their dream. And that kind of is that, right? That this is your dream, this is what you want, this isn't me. Even the sun card with like a giant spotlight, someone shining bright energy here. Got the star, the sun, and the two of wands. Yeah, two different desires, two different energies coming in here with this. There's a little bit of, I don't know, pouting. Does that feel right? Like, oh, we're doing all this video and doing all this stuff. This is your time, not mine. And they all want you to be around and they all want you. And I can't compete with you. Oh, wow. I can't compete with you for the positive attention. So I'm going to divert to the lower attention, which is what happens. Reminds me of kind of not, and this is stereotyping middle children, but um, so this doesn't apply to every middle child, but a lot of middle children can relate because when you're the middle child, of course, the oldest gets a lot for being the firstborn, and then the baby, the newest child, gets a lot of attention too. And um, we've got this um, energy in the middle um, where they're getting positive attention, they're getting positive attention, and it's hard for me to compete with that. So I divert to go, oh, no one wants the negative attention. That's easy. I will get the negative attention instead, right? Well, let me see here. Whoever was left out. So okay, yeah. So BA is the lower vibration. I'm not sure about the others. I the lower vibration I was talking about was from BA of choosing well, I'm gonna choose the pouting and the sulking and no, no, you guys do that. I'll just be over here crying underneath the table, because I feel left out. I feel everyone's for everyone else. Now, you asking about the others are more friends with the other, right? They kind of it's not necessarily that they don't like BA, they just don't like the childish actions, right? So there's kind of this standoffishness from them because I kind of feel what does BA kind of have like a unstable 1 minute they can be high up and hey everybody and now blah, 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 blah. So because of the instability, I just feel like they have a lot of friction with a lot of those people, a lot of the friends, um, because of their pasts with themselves, with other people that they remind them of, this unstable person that will fly off the handle or is kind of sensitive. They'll touchy. Touchy is the word I'm hearing from someone. They're so touchy. You say the wrong you say the wrong thing and or it's like it's one way or another. But um like to catch them in a good mood, there'll be a surprise. So that's what I kind of feel with like that here. But it does feel like this is all for you and um I'm not included. I'm not the center of attention. I'm not in the spotlight. And that's what I long for. It's like a little child that feels left out, not picked for a team. Yeah. What's this going down to here? Ooh. So we do have the tower and the page of wands. There is a lot of tension going on between them here. There's a lot of fear of rejection, the fear of it suddenly ending. What is this with I feel like BA kind of feels like things are heading towards ending. The I feel like they wanted to be there, but they didn't want to be there. Uh, if that makes sense, because it's like I want to make sure that you're not drifting farther away, and no one's going to encourage it. But I'm also very testy. I'm also very much on edge with this page of wands. It just seems like there's this, you know, hissing cat energy. Because it's like if anyone tried to pay attention to them, it's almost like a cat. I don't know if this relates, but it's like, pet me with your eyes. Don't like a cat comes up and rubs against your leg, and you're like, oh, and you reach down to pet it, and it's like, no, pet me with your eyes, not your hands. It's like there's this, I want your attention, but don't pay attention to me. And it's like, what? Oh, just whatever, they're just tired of the games, that it feels childish to a lot of the friends and people, but it's because and I read there was something interesting too. Um, what was it? It said something was on Instagram. It was like, when a human experiences a past pain, they express themselves at the age level where they experienced the original pain. Isn't that amazing? And it's so true because we talk a lot about how our inner child, 7 years old and younger, is where our emotional pain and our emotions were originated and grew during that period of time. So when we're emotionally expressing, if it's not of higher vibration, love and joy in that, then we revert to that whatever age we were, which is probably going to be 7 years old and younger when we express the emotional pain, the first one. So we're going to act like a young child. You're not paying attention to me. Where's my presents? Why do I gotta go to your birthday party and not get a present? Where's the cake? You know? So, there's an interesting energy there. But I feel like that there is that the friction, the fear of things ending, and again, that I wanna be there, but I don't wanna be there. Alright. Yeah, it's coming down to the Ace of Wands. I've got all this Wands energy. Two of Wands, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. But there definitely is this energy here of each of them is drawing in to their lives, of course, whatever they're focusing on, right? That Two of Wands, which is like, that's your dealio. Where's my dealio? The Ace of Wands comes down to just a single dealio. So it's like, it does feel like this is progressing towards this. Um, I feel like I'm becoming less and less and less part of your life. And I feel like BA was expressing this is how I feel. I feel like I'm over here and all of you are over here. And on the other hand, the other party and parties are going, yeah, that's where we want you. And so there is this separation that I feel is like growing and growing and growing there. Um, let's take a look here. I'll pull a quick learning. Is there an end coming? If so, when? Ooh. Let's take a look here. What can this be? We got the Eight of Pentacles, August 23rd to September 22nd. The Eight of Pentacles energy is a transformational energy, like the Hanged Man. Um, Quite often, I talk about these. Yeah, I know, right? And your energy around that is not subtle, Olivia. I literally heard it across the states. When? Echo, echo. When? Excuse me. Um, yeah. And it's interesting because even on this card, it talks about the love. It says dedication to partner's needs, which is interesting energy because it just feels like, I don't know, this transformational energy. Um, it just feels like the does August of next year. I mean, this is literally like just well, 2 months ago. 2 months ago from today, September 22nd, right? August 23rd to September 22nd. Oh, that's Virgo season. Yeah. Sun in Virgo. But that seems like a long time away, but it also doesn't seem so far away because I feel like this is cyclical, isn't it? Where we almost end and then we come back together and then we almost end and then someone gets scared enough and doubles down on dedication to a partner's needs out of fear, and that lasts for a little bit, but then it gets old again. So it does feel like, I mean, it feels like, wow, all the way next year, but then it's like, well, that doesn't seem wrong either. It just feels like that's a cycle of, you know, they come together, they fall apart. They come together, they fall apart. But before that's gross. They're and this is gross, but this kind of represents it. You know, have you ever seen anyone that, oh, this is almost making me sick, but like someone who will like let spittle fall down and then they it's like it's almost gone, but at the last second they suck it back up in their mouth. And you're just like, oh, this is just doesn't seem right. And that's what they showed me in my head. Yeah, it's like when you know, you spit, when you have that spittle, but it doesn't separate. You think, oh, it's gone. Nope, it's back in there. So I feel like that's kind of where it's headed here. I feel like it's a little bit more so, but I do feel like it's becoming more. It's like farther and farther and farther, and pretty soon it's going to be, oh, it's gone. You couldn't you couldn't draw it back. You let it go too far down. You got a little too complacent. Let's see what the fortune cookie brings into. I feel like we'll get something more here. But spirit guides are so funny. Please, no. Is this it? I don't feel like that's it. Maybe we'll see if she comes back. It's the lady of the lake, the lady of the spittle. Okay, what else do you have here for us? All right, this. Nope. This one here. All right. All righty, righty, right. Nope, it was business magic, purpose, contribution, abundance. Yeah, some interesting energy here. So I do feel like, you know, the other non-BA person, I can't remember the initials, whoever BA's partner is, right? Um, that this is them. This is the business magic. This is again contributing to what they're wanting um, to create, and how they're not, and about that they're entering kind of this. Here, let me find the card here. Um, they're trying to create this a new piece of their life, which would be maybe it is part of business, but it's about the life that someone's wanting to create for themselves, that they're separating more and more, and they're like, I want to be supportive of this because I need to be needed, or I'm not, or I'm going to be left behind, kind of energy. Yeah, because this feels like, um, whoever BA's partner is, you are a conduit of magic and purpose. And this card confirms your unique gifts and your journey towards self mastery and contribution. Very much magician energy, right? Embracing your inner calling and your distinctive talents aligns you with your highest purpose. Your path involves self expression, wealth activation, and meaningful service, raising the collective frequency for the greater good. Oh, so that's the couple. So it's these other people that are creating this thing together, and they're wanting to be a part of that, right? Okay, well that makes sense. That also makes sense, more of the third wheel energy too. You may be exploring passions and considering entrepreneurship. Say yes to these pursuits and open your heart to what unfolds. Take this as a sign to dive deeper and dream limitlessly. If you already have a business, it's time to expand. Grant yourself permission to grow. You're ready. You're anchoring a life beyond your wildest dreams. New Earth Business offers a path to fulfill this vision. Explore your desires with a broader perspective, free from limitations. Follow your inner guidance and remember that results require courage, not just time. Your journey isn't linear. Let your creativity guide you. So there is this energy here about growth and bigness and fullness that's coming in with, DH and DH and AH. And there's this growth, and it just feels like their life feels magical. But the more that grows and the more that there's this energy of fullness from them, it almost feels like BA feels like, 'cause it felt like such relationship energy that it's almost like, um, I'm I'm supposed to be part of you, and I feel like I'm separated. And so there is that, it's almost like parent-child, but more, but not, if that makes sense. It just feels like, I know you guys are together, but I'm supposed to be a part of that too, and now I feel like I'm just the training wheel that got chunked to the side, and you guys, your dream is coming true and your life is growing big, and mine feels like it's getting smaller. And so there is that kind of energy that's there. But and I feel like that's what everyone else is feeling too. They're just like, yeah, you're you're not keeping up, you're not transforming with us. And with Eight of Pentacles energy too, there is that energy of, when people are growing, at some point, the butterfly has to fly. And if anyone else has not transformed to become a butterfly, they are left behind. They can't go where they want to go, so they are stuck in their old life while others go to a different life too. So it does feel like there's this growing separation there, and that, things are becoming very different. And it feels like, I don't know if a caterpillar can de-evolve back to an egg, but it feels like, it's they're they're moving away from where they were, even because it does feel like DH and AH were like they helped pull them up, um, but now that they're not able to pull them up because they have to let go because the caterpillar's too heavy, a butterfly can't carry them. But they were helping, support them, but they've got to go. And now without that support, they kind of are sliding back to where they were, if that makes sense. Yeah. So hopefully that resonates. That's what they have for you, Olivia. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. So many blessings to you. All right. Maria P., you are up. Grab your timestamp here. There we go. And thank you for your donation via the PayPal. Let's grab your questions over here. So we'll take a look here. So Wally's thoughts and feelings towards you tonight. So let's see where they're at. Do a little energy check in. The thoughts, the feelings. And he seems very stressed and out of it. What happened? Yeah, kind of what we talked about this morning, right? Oh, yeah, you're very welcome, Olivia. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Fun situations. All right, let's see here. So, what happened? Why is he stressed? And that, yeah, I don't think it was something you said, but we'll verify here because it feels like the reading earlier today was about some arguments and a lot of people pulling him all over the place, right? You sent him pics of your holiday decor. So his thoughts, an update on the dark side. Anything you should know? I tell him you told him to behave. Anything you should know, and you told him to behave. His thoughts, all right. So, his thoughts, we got the Seven of Cups. It's interesting. His thoughts are focused on, there's a lot of people. There's like seven cups represent like seven different people. So I do feel like they've been around a lot of people. This is like towards you, but they're like, um, they wish that they could be giving more attention and things to you right now. They're just surrounded by groups and groups of people all over the place. People all demanding stuff. Like he had to go over to his mom's or whatever, go over here, go there. There's people, and he's just like, he's emotionally exhausted to where he doesn't have a lot to give. Um, so he's kind of just, I almost feel like kind of tired in a cranky mood a little bit. His emotions towards you, feelings towards you tonight. You got the Three of Wands, and I do feel like they're looking at things, and I like this. They're like, there's kind of like this energy of, because it's a different direction than you guys are in now, and I feel like they were kind of feeling like, I would like to have you with me here for my sake, but I wouldn't want you here for your sake, because there's a lot of people, and the people that family and friends and stuff, very, I'm just going to say, controlling and blunt, um and he's used to it. He's got a thicker skin around him because he's been around it some all his life, but he's just like, I'm not prepared. I don't have the energy to protect you from them yet. So there's that kind of that feeling of, "Oh, I like you to be there, but for me, because it would help me feel with you by my side, but also I'd be all like, you know, what is like Wonder Woman and in that Wonder Woman most recent with Gadot, where she's all bing, 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 blocking the bullets. It's like, wow, not that he doesn't feel he can take care of yourself. He just feels you don't deserve it because he knows you'd probably rah. You're like, "I'm gonna grab that turkey baster and I'm gonna baste you, buddy," "Whoa." So they're like, "Yeah, you could hold your own, but I wouldn't want to, you know, create that atmosphere." That's funny. Um, he seems very stressed. What happened? Yeah, the tower, there's just a lot of activity, a lot of suddenness of things being thrown at them today. A lot of lightning strikes, a lot of fighting, a lot of people being snippety. Again, all these people he's around, they're trying to plan the holiday week and this and that, and um, putting a lot on them and expecting a lot. And of course, he doesn't like letting people down, so he's not. There's that energy there. Um, and then what we talked about in the earlier session. Was it something you said? We've got justice and balance and the Phoenix energy here. No, I mean, I feel like there's this balanced energy of the mind or between the two of you. That's not conflicting energy. That's balancing energy. And the Phoenix rising from the ashes, that no, whenever, if anything ever happens between the two of you, there's always this rising from the ashes energy from them. Is like, that's nothing. I rise from that. That's nothing compared to everything else I have dealt with from other people. So, yeah, nothing I feel there. Oh, your holiday picks. Six of Swords. I like that. Six of Swords is a change of mindset and like from choppy waters to calmer waters. I feel like that the holiday decor kind of gave them this homey feeling and it kind of changed their mind about holidays a little bit. It's interesting. It just feels like when they saw your pictures, they kind of went in their awareness to that place and it felt quiet. It felt warm. It felt amongst all the, firestorm that they're around right now, there was this sense of peace, like it moved from choppy waters to calmer waters. So I like that. Updates on the dark side. Got the Page of Swords, seeking clarity and more clarity and more clarity, going on there, trying to see things from a different perspective, but gaining clarity on what they're wanting to do on plans. So they're still in that energy. I feel like there's not going to be a whole lot of movement regarding that over the holidays because they're so torn in so many different directions. They just have so much energy to do it. But I feel like in a moment that they have a moment, they think about things, but then they get drawn into other stuff and this and that and this and that. But so I feel like you'll see more movement on things more so and more action and energy into it after the new year. Anything that you should know? Queen of Wands? Yeah, just the regular, whatever you focus on is what you experience and draw into your life. Just a good reminder there. And then you tell him to behave, his thoughts. Six of Cups. Yeah. Mirror. That's funny. There it looks like a mirror. It's actually a portal, but it feels like a mirror, you know. You're telling me to behave, you behave. When you point at me and tell me to behave, there's three fingers pointing back at you. So you behave is his response to that. He's like, you know, I feel like it was more whimsical, but it almost feels like because the Six of Cups is child energy too. They're like, "I'm not a child. You don't have to tell me to behave." That's funny. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here as well. All right. Mother of dragons. There you go. Are you Khaleesi? It's alchemy, grace, and creation codes. Card number 19. You are Khaleesi, mother of dragons. Rah! Don't make her breathe fire. Let's see what this brings in. Yeah, that goes back to that interacting with everyone, right? You don't want to mess with Khaleesi. So even though there's we called the other one dragon, you're the mother of dragons. And you're like, you don't want to see me erupt. Let's see. So there's a little kind of a calling or a a proclamation here. It says, "Mother of dragons, hear our call. Mothers of the waters, we are free. It's time to show the world what we are truly made of. We are fire and ice. We are mother, father, and child, creator and destroyer. We carry the codes of divine love, power, and grace. We are the dragons of Sophionic light, birthing a new earth from our holy wombs." Wow. So when this card finds you, you are guided to reclaim your true power as a loving conduit of the Divine Mother. You are here to liberate yourself from the illusions of the world, stepping beyond illusion into emotional and spiritual mastery. It's time to embrace chaos. Chaos is the catalyst that ignites humanity's holy heart fire into right action. It's time to step into your greatness as a creatrix of worlds. The Dragon Mother is here to support you in birthing yourself. Call upon her to show you the way towards reclamation of all parts of your soul that have been split, lost, or forgotten. It's time for you to move beyond the glass ceiling that you or society has placed upon you into your future true creation codes of bliss. The Mother of Dragons calls you forward with her fierce, loving grace to alchemize fear, grief, and rage into passion and purpose. The process of alchemy is your ignition switch to step in to your creatrix power. And you just have one journal question that says, if fear wasn't standing in the way, what would you dare to create? So I like this, bringing it back to you, going, what do you want to create? It doesn't depend on, well, what do they want to create? No, what do you want to create? Right. So it's important for you to become aware of that for yourself. Wow. I love that. Right, that's what they have for you there for your donation. And we'll circle back around for your free reading here in a moment. So I think that's all of my donations. I believe so. So we will go over here to the free readings. Let me take a last sip of my coffee. Oh, no, I have a couple more sips left. As I drink too much and goes into my little mustache. All right. So let us dive in. So let's switch energies into the collective free reading energy here coming in. And we'll zero into each person as I pull it here, but these will go faster. These are just 1 to 2 card readings. All right. So, Maria M9P, you are up. Look at that. 129.29. Boom. So, nosy read. What is D doing this weekend? Is he out and about working? What is he doing? All right, let's take a look here, Maria. So, what is D doing this weekend? Right. Of course, it's hard to do a nosy read in a free reading with 2 cards, but we'll see what we can do here. What are they up to? I do have the 7 of Wands. There is this energy of being in front of people. We've got the 2 of Swords energy that's coming in here too. Feels like they're, um, I don't know. It's like there's these 2 events that they're in, 2 gatherings that they have important things. What's funny, it's what I got in my head is that, like, I'm a DJ and I have 2 events this weekend to do it. So I'm like busy doing my gigs is like what it feels like. I'm not sure what they actually do for a living, but that's what just have to share with what came in and popped in because it feels like the 7 of Wands is me being true to myself. But it's more so I'm in the spotlight. I'm in front of people. So they're either presenting or leading something or doing something, but they're in this thing where they're leading and they've got like 2 significant events, one today, one tomorrow. And that's taking like all of their attention and energy. I'm preparing for it, then I'm doing it, and then I'm recovering from it. Um, Preparing for the next day kind of thing. So that's like what's kind of going on here. It just feels like, "Hey, Mr. DJ, you have your DJ gigs, you have a wedding and a bar mitzvah," you know? So that's what's coming in. Let's see what your fortune cookie is here. All free readings get a Forest Spirits Oracle today. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we have aspirations, the air elemental, which would make sense because air is all about communication and the mind. So it's about aspirations. Let go of the worries and soar to new heights, harnessing the boundless power of your will. Wow. Yeah. So there definitely is this energy of um, what is your aspiration? It's like they're striving for something. So these 2 events are part of that striving energy. So, yeah. So that feels like work in a way, right? But it's leadership kind of energies. All right. So that's what they have for you, Maria M9P. Then Touch O Love, you are up. Let's grab yours here. Boom, boom, boom. And you want to know what is the energy between Rex and yourself? What do you need to know that you're not aware of? All right, so let's see here. What's the energy between the 2 of you? Rex. Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex, huh? All right. So here, this one's the energy, and this is what you need to know. So the energy is the 3 of Swords. Yeah, there is a little bit of expectations equal disappointment, heartbreak energy. It just feels like there's, you know, feeling like a disappointment, feeling disappointed. Things aren't going the way that like I want them to go, and then they're not going the way they want them to go in other ways. And there's just this kind of feeling of disappointment energy, right? And it's just like if we could, focus on what I'm grateful for in each other would change the whole energy of a relationship, like it would everything in our lives. Whatever we're grateful for, it just expands and opens. Whenever we have expectations, it contracts and shrinks and sucks the life out of, right? So I feel like that's the kind of energy that's going on. What do you need to know and be aware of? You do have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is an energy of, like you're talking about, whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. It's exactly what I was saying, because this is an energy that would come in of when I'm focusing on who someone's not being, what they're doing or not doing, saying or not saying, and you know, if we're judging each other, then that just because we're focusing on what's not happening or what's happening that we don't like, we get more don't like and more not happening energy. And that's what sucks the life out of things. But when we release all the expectations as much as we can and we look at for someone and we look at what do I love about them? What do I enjoy about them? What do I enjoy about our relationship? What do I enjoy about myself in the relationship? What the relationship brings me? I celebrate that. I'm grateful for that and I express gratitude for that. Then it grows more and more, those things we love. But if I'm focusing in on my fears and those expectations that aren't being met, kaboomy, or it goes into a black hole, right? And that's such the experience of human adventures, right? So I feel like that's what they want you to know for now. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in too. What else here? This one here is the one that they want. Yeah, let's say bull. It's funny they call this buffalo spirit, but it's a bull. I can tell this is made from a foreign country because the spelling and punctuation and stuff is a little off. But that's funny that it's a bull and it's supposed to be a buffalo. Expectations. It's a perfect example of that. That's that's a bull, not a buffalo. And they're like, no, 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 that's a buffalo. And you're like, no, 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 that's a bull. Well, where I come from, we call that buffalo. Well, you are wrong, right? We're focusing instead of going, what a beautiful animal this is, and it's wealth power. Maintain kindness, accumulate wealth, and persevere when faced with difficulties. And it's finding our true wealth. That is that, what is wealth power? Gratitude. The more we're grateful for what we have, like when I get a King of Pentacles, a Ten of Pentacles, even Ten of Cups, these cards that are like abundance, it's like, yeah, focus on what I love and the emotions, not the other. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Touch of love. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Dollface Diva. Hello, Diva. Here is your timestamp. And a general reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Alrighty. So you got the Five of Wands and the Hanged Man. There's this energy of cocooning here with these here. The Five of Wands is an energy of it can be conflict energy and drama energy and friends, but it feels like there's drama among friends or family going on. And it's going on around you, but it's not directly pointed at you with what I'm feeling here. Because even the Hanged Man is about, can kind of see here if I can get a good non-glary picture here. They're by themselves. Usually they're hanging upside down from a tree, like a cocoon. But the Five of Wands is like being in the middle, the eye of a firestorm, where you're not being burned or scorched, but people are burning and scorching each other. And where people look to you to like help, do something, make us get along. You're like, no, I'm stepping out of here. I'm going to be in my cocoon transforming me. You guys, I'm going to only focus on my relationship with each individual, but not around, feeling I'm responsible to help make everyone get along. If there were children, yeah, that's different, but this is adults. You get to let the adults learn the hard way. You guys fight it out. You guys work it out. You guys learn to get along or don't talk to each other ever again, but that's not my business. My business is my relationship with you and my relationship with you, not your guys' relationship. So I like this is a time for you to step away and just allow yourself to transform, allow some good focus on you, not all this energy trying to help all these people that just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So I feel like that's what's coming in for that. Let's get to your fortune cookie. Almost went on without the fortune cookie. How dare I? Let's see here. What else do we have here? So I'm dropping half the deck here. All right, here you go. You've got the salamander spirit, bright flame. Yeah, I love it that talking about all that being in the middle of a firestorm. The salamander when it appears on the page of wands, the knight of wands, and the king of wands in the standard tarot, the salamander protects them from the heat. So I love that you got the salamander The Queen of Wands does not need protection because of their connection with the spirit world. The black cat is who they have that helps them be aware of what to do and what not to do and to trust intuition, right? But I love this. It says, even in the darkest times, you have the power to light your inner fire and shine brightly. So I love that. But I love that protection message too. Right. So that's what they have for you, Diva. Many blessings to you. Right. Urvashi, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. And you say, can you tell you about your husband, Vib Anshu? I probably murdered that. We'll call him V. Or just your husband. Was he, or has he decided, sorry, to divorce you or not? Or does he want to reconcile? What are his current feelings here? All right. So first is, does he want to reconcile? He's decided for divorce yet, or what? What? Is there a decision regarding that first? So that will be your first card. And then what are his current feelings will be your second card here. All right. So, Nine of Pentacles. He has chosen to be alone. The Nine of Pentacles is like a hermit energy. So I do feel like they want to be alone, but um, so he doesn't want to reconcile, but I don't feel like they feel the need to divorce yet with this energy here. I'm going to do just a quick um, when card here. Is there going to be divorce? I'll do a quick clarifier. I know this is a tough situation for you. This one, all right. Yeah, we got the Justice card. Is that taking someone to court? Energy. September 23rd to October 22nd. That's like a year away. But there is this about financial settlements and with the Justice card, energy. It's about it is Libra energy, which is relationship energy, but there very much is this feeling and sense of more. I'm not sure when I want it, but I feel like they do want a divorce and they do want to be off by themselves, but they haven't decided when they actually want to do that through the courts and legally, do the divorce energy. Just it feels like they're very much in this internal mode of I need to be alone. I don't feel like it's because I want to be with someone else, or they just kind of feel really withdrawn, like they just want to go away somewhere kind of energy. Not like depressing and suicidal or anything like that, but just very introverted. Just I want to get away from all the expectations. I need to find peace. I don't have peace kind of energy. And it's not directed just like your interactions, it's their entire life, family, friends, work. They just feel so overwhelmed by all the demands I feel like is on them in a way. Um, that the true what's going on is the fear of failure, the fear of letting everyone down, and they just want to get away from all this stuff. It's interesting. What are his current feelings? We do have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is that seeking security, seeking to define themselves, to find who they are, and to build. I feel like they still want to build an outside world and be content with their physical world. But it very much feels like this Nine of Pentacles is I want to find independence and financial independence and get away from everything and everywhere as well. So interesting. So their emotions are more focused in on trying to find a secure life into something that feels like I find my worth kind of energy, because I feel like they don't feel any real satisfaction with everything they've achieved in the outside world. All this expectations and that everyone wanted of them that they tried to fulfill and do all this, they feel empty and they're trying to find their fullness. So that is what they have for you, Urvashi. So many blessings to you. Hey, Ankita. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Let me enter onto the list here. I don't think anyone else snuck in here, right? Nope. All right. So we'll continue on with the free readings here. Let me just prepare these here real quick. Click, 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 click. There we go. All right. So, Patricia, you are up. Here is your timestamp. Oh no. So you heard your dad upset on the phone with your sister. Did something happen, or is it this the old stuff coming up again? Same old, right? Well, we'll take a look here. See what's going on here. You're like, Papa, Papa, Papa. Sister, you know better. Let's take a look. So is it old or new? And can we know anything about it here? Got this. Do we want these two? Okay. Is it old or new? We got the 10 of cups. 10 of cups is it's the old stuff, old emotions, because tens are endings and beginnings. So if it wasn't like an ace number, then that's new. Tens are old emotional stuff. Bubble, bubble, bubble up. We kind of knew that already, right? Just old stuff, old cycles. Oh my gosh, we got the two extra cards in this deck. They're unique. We got the Phoenix card and the Celestial card. And it's differences of opinion, right? Because the Celestial Weaver is I'm choosing to create my life the way I want it, and this is what I want to do. And the Phoenix is I've been burned. I've risen from the ashes over and over again. Listen to me. I know what I'm saying, you know. And they're like, no, I want to be the Celestial Weaver. Listen to me. Why won't you listen to me? I'm trying, and it's the I'm trying to protect you energy, right? Which we know that from Papa, Papa San, because they've been through a lot of things. Yeah, even the tower on the bottom here, and you got the Empress energy and the High Priest. You got all these major arcana on the bottom that are about you know growth and nurturing myself and following my heart um, and they just don't want their children to make the same or have to go through the same things that they went to. So they're trying to have this avoidance of things to come in there, right? Um, so I feel like that is the kind of what the arguments were about old stuff, differenting, and all dad just wants to know is just to be instead of resisting it and it's about well, thank you for sharing that with me. I will definitely consider that and think about that. Doesn't mean you're going to do it, but you can definitely at least validate and say thank you for caring about me and telling me these things. Um, and you can even ask questions if we need to understand. So you're saying da 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 da. Okay, what about da 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 da? And it's questions and looking to them as a source of wisdom changes their whole demeanor when they feel like we don't care what you think, old man. Then they get a little grumpy old man, right? Let's see here what your fortune cookie. I don't think I gave Urvashi a fortune cookie, did I? And I don't think I gave. Did I give Diva one? I had the salamander. Yeah, I gave Diva one. I didn't give Urvashi one. I'm so sorry, Urvashi. If you're still here, let me know and I'll give you a fortune cookie. But otherwise, you probably have moved on and already clicked off, right? Yeah, you got the unicorn spirit. Here's I am a unicorn unique and I'm going to be me energy, right? Wishcraft. Use your imagination as you wield your own magic and make your dreams come true. So that's the way I feel like your dad looks at, especially your sister, in that you're just trying to be some whimsical being that doesn't exist. you need to come back to reality, kind of energy. Um, so that's interesting, but always fun, the different generations, right? All right, so hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, Patricia. And then Mika Khan, you are up. Look at this 150.05, little mirroring going on here. See what this is about. Why was P looking towards your direction after talking about the OPT exam? All right, so why was P looking at your direction? What can we know here? All right. To have the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. It's interesting here with the Page of Swords. This is about clarity and the mind and trying to, it's almost like studying, right? And the Seven of Pentacles, that's a slow moving energy, right? It's like the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit and hesitancy. I feel like it's like that. I don't know if this is that. I'm just going to tell you what I'm sensing here. This is what spirit wants you to know, right? It would be the energy that I'm seeing is like, I want to study with someone. I've been wanting to study with someone and ask someone to like, hey, do you want to study for the exam together? Or, you know, just opportunity to talk, which is what the Page of Swords is too. But it's about clarity and study too. That's why I feel like they've been wanting to like talk to you and but they're just like they chicken out all the time. Um and so I feel like that's why they were looking toward you. Um which is interesting, right? Because what if I said to you, and I know culturally sometimes things can be different, right? But it's like what if I told you to um why don't you go ask them if they want to study for the exam together if that's something that you're wanting to do. And then they're like, "Yeah, I'd love to," And but that feeling of going, "What if they say no?" That's what keeps them back, right? That same fear that we have, "Ooh, no, no, I wouldn't go do that." Well, that's what's keeping them back from asking too. So that's interesting, right? So that's what they got for you, Mika. So many blessings to you. All right. Then Livier Vagara, hello, hello. Let's get your timestamp down here. Hello again. Will you meet someone new this coming last month of the year? Anyone interesting? All right, let's take a look here. So, of course, you mean like romantic, right? So, let's see here. For December, the last month of the year, will you be meeting, based on current energies, anyone new romantically? Okay. And anyone interesting? We'll see here. You have the Three of Cups. Now, it looks like you will be meeting some interesting people. Trying to get it to focus in a little bit there, but this is more of a group of friends than it is romantic. So I do feel like there's like the three of you. So you do have this opportunity to bump into some people that could feel like a tribe to you, people that you click with. One person, yeah, you've got someone that looks like a phoenix, someone that's been through a lot, rising from the ashes. I almost feel here like this one is someone you know already that maybe you kind of had a falling away from a while ago, but you are not who you were and they are not who they were because they've had this transformation where their life is burnt down and they've learned and they've grown and they're rising from the ashes, right? Either that or it's someone that has had such a major transformation. But I do feel like it's someone you've known before, and that's what what burnt down. Part of what burnt down was your friendship, but they also the rest of their life burned down, and now they're rising, and now they're coming back with a whole new perspectives and whole new energy, like a new person almost. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, someone very unique. Again, it's a friends group energy, but I feel like it's a friend of a friend maybe that you meet. that becomes really, an interesting individual because the Three of Pentacles is about being true to one's authentic self and, um, you know, being unique, being different, creative, maybe an artist type of person, but very creative energy around them there. So I like it. No romance yet, but this is good. This is like a beginning of a foundation, as you find support of individuals. Friends are forever. People we date, who knows how long they'll be around. But these feel like almost like forever friends, people you'll know for the rest of your life, and you'll support one another as you're going through, your adventures together. Yeah, you've got the mushroom spirit. You guys gonna open a shroom farm? Hidden wonder. Beauty often rises from surprising places. So find the hidden wonders in your life. So here you go. Kind of this hidden wonders. It's like reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, right? Like, who are you going to meet on your adventures? You're going to become friends with the Cheshire Cat and the rabbit, right? It's the rabbit that's on late, late, late. I'm late for a date. But I like that for you, Olivier. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Right. Maria P., you are up next for your free reading. So thank you for your donation earlier. And you're like a general for your relationship with Wally. All right, let's see what's going on here. What else do they want you to know about Wally? Right. Got the King of Swords and the Celestial Weaver. I love that. King of Swords, a lot of stuff. It's almost like this is them in their head. I think we got that on them before. And you're in this place of being the Celestial Weaver. Actually, I'm going to read this Celestial Weaver because this is about power and manifestation, interconnectedness. And it says, here is a power card for you today. This is a message for you to fully allow to sink in. Weave the fabric of your reality through your thoughts, your intentions, and your actions. Every thread you weave has a ripple effect in the universe. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your intentions. They are what shall create a beautiful tapestry of life. You are part of a greater cosmic dance. Your existence is meaningful and interconnected with all that is, all part of the unifying field of consciousness. You are the weaver of your destiny, and with each movement you make, weave love, kindness, and harmony into the world around you. Remember, it's natural for you. So I love that. It's a great card because I feel like Walter, he's kind of in this place of trying to live up to a lot of these expectations and thoughts and beliefs that he's been given all his life. And I feel like you're at a place of wanting to create something that hasn't been created before in your life. And so I like that for you. I feel like it's a big card about being aware of your thoughts and beliefs and intentions, expectations, all that thinking, the stories. Be aware of the stories you're playing in each moment. And doing that, where did I thought I had a little sticky note. Oh, did I put it over here? I put it over here. I saw something earlier, and this is for whoever's listening right now, but it's from the Outdoor Therapist on Instagram. He's amazing. He's so he's positive. It's a great energy. But he was talking about your brain is loyal to the story you've told it the longest. It provides you proof. So if you believe, like I think he said something like, if you believe you're a loser, then your brain's going to show you all the proof that you're a loser. If you feel like you are successful, then your brain's going to bring you all the proof that you're successful. So whatever stories we tell our brain is so important here. Just one thought at a time, because every thought is training your brain what to look for. And so I feel like that's an important energy coming in here because it's like be aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, your actions, because all of that is putting energy out, and your brain and your body and the universe is listening. Whatever you're putting out is what they're going to bring you, right? So I like that about the brain though, because your brain will continually, all the thoughts, all the stories you're telling it, the story you tell it the most, it's going to bring you that proof. Even though it's not true, but it's going to only show you. It's like if there was a trial and the only evidence that was presented was the evidence that fit the story that they wanted to tell. But there's all this other evidence that's like, oh, you didn't, like, well, their blood was at the scene. Oh my God, they're the murderer. Well, there was also 50 other blood samples of people at the scene. They were cut by glass because this glass exploded and there's a lot of blood. Well, they left all that out. They just left the guilty energy, right? So interesting, right? So that's what they want you to know for now. Let's see what your fortune cookie is here. Enchanted, you got the pink fairy that says it's time to connect with your inner child and find joy in the simplest moments of life. I like it. Joy, joy, joy. Right. So that's what they have for you, Maria P. Right. And then we have a Marie Celentine. You are up. Here you go. And you wanted to know, do you see you and Philippe being together in August as a couple of next year, right? Obviously. No. August, like the 3 months ago, Bretta. Let's take a look here. So, based on current energies, are you and Philippe together in August as a couple? Okay, we got that. Just one card. Like there's more here. Oh, there we go. Got this flipping around energy here. Yeah, because we got the Four of Cups, which is a stagnant energy. It's like a boredom energy. And the Wheel of Fortune, which the 10 is really standing out because it's the end of, something, a beginning of something new. But the Five of Cups, the Four of Cups, sorry, represents like the stagnant energy, like this emotional, the emotions are not there. Um, but the Wheel of Fortune is an energy like, just know that whatever happens in your life happens for you. It's not happening to you. And we go back to the energy that we've been pulling for them for a while, which, so this isn't a yes together energy. This is more of a, usually they'll have like someone that's leaning up against a tree board, and there's these three cups, right? Then there's this new love, this Ace of Cups that's coming our way, which on one plane, it's our self love, but it's also a higher vibration love because it's up here where the other three cups are down here. And, it is telling us that we're bored with these. They can't give me what I'm looking for, and they were removed out of your life on purpose for a purpose. The the tune of for you, that, this is an energy for you to find out what your self love, because the love you're looking for, trying to get from Philippe, is not the love you're looking for. You're looking for your self love, and they were a mirror showing you how you didn't love yourself because they were showing you that, right? So their actions, the abandonment, any of those energies, that is what you were doing to yourself in the situation. So now that you're freed from that, um, they're saying here, it's like, realize they're an empty cup, the cup you're looking for. You start in here, and then you draw in this other love later that comes in, that's at a higher vibration. And I apologize, I thought I remember seeing your name earlier today, and then I'm like, I don't think I did a reading for you. If I missed you, I'm so sorry because I think you said some other readers had said that you're going to be back together and but I would have to disagree. Um, Based on current energies, it doesn't feel like we're headed that way. I feel like from a faded that you have someone else that's meant for you, that's in more alignment, that treats you the way you deserve to be treated, not as an option. So let's take a look here. What does your fortune cookie tell us? What else can we know about this, please? Thank you. Yeah, you got the chipmunk spirit, adventure, strike out on your own to embark on a journey of discovery and realizations. Can't make it up. So strike out on this journey on your own. Leave Philippe behind, right? So that's what they have for you, Marie. Hang in there. I know it's tough. It'll become easier and easier. Trust me, we all know. Most of us have been through that already, too. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Ankita Moore. Ankita, here is your timestamp. Anyone know, will you get selected for an interview in the ARVG guidance for an interview? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies. All right, got that. What else? Anything else? That one there. All right. You've got the Queen of Wands. Definitely, that's all about possibilities, and the Page of Wands. So you do have two Wands energies here, which is all about possibility. And this does have to do with your energy. So, which is where we want it. You know, when I get cards like these on a question, it means that it hasn't been absolutely like it's in your path, you can't avoid it. There's, if you go this route, you do. If you go this route, you don't. And the difference in the routes is if you choose gratitude for what you do have, and you focus on gratitude for what you've experienced and the gratitude of other interviews. You focus on this higher vibrational energy around interviews and job opportunities and or opportunities. And then that's what opens up and draws you toward it. If we're focusing on, I really need that, I really want that, because that means this around me, or I fear I won't. What if this? What if that? And it's lower vibration, that's lack energy, that actually repels it away. So this is saying that it really depends on your energy. Whatever your focus is what you draw towards you. So it hasn't been decided yet. It's still wide open for you to be able to get the interview. It's just a matter of what you focus on right now and whatever your consistent focus is. So if you want to have gratitude around interviewing and opportunities, then put it in your phone, put reminders around you. Because the more you focus in on the gratitude, sincere gratitude, you can't fake it going, oh, I'm so grateful. Did I get it? Because our energy is not really in the now with gratitude. It's looking. The great news, though, is, and we probably talked about this before, higher vibration is more powerful. So one moment of gratitude makes up for 100, 1,000, a million energies of lower vibration, of doubt, of want, of need, of lack, right? So it's not one for one, thankfully. It's a stronger, gratitude's a very powerful energy, right? Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here as well. All right, here we go. You got the rabbit, the bunny rabbit. Wow, look, it brings in quick results too. Hop to it. Move swiftly to realize your dreams and adapt to new situations with grace. So I like that. Move swiftly in the changing the energies, right? Put that action, put that gratitude to action, because the sooner you do it, the faster things move in. And it is true. The energy of the higher vibration is a faster moving energy. And it does bring in things lickety split as well. So that's what they have for you, Ankita. So many blessings to you. All right. I think that is everyone here. Let me just make sure I didn't skip over anyone. Since we're at just a little over 2 hours, I think that is everyone. Nope, I didn't skip over anyone. Um, so what I'm going to do, just to make sure, I'm going to give uh, anyone an opportunity to step in while the elevator doors are closing. And I do want to do an oracle. Which one do I want to do? What are these over here? Ooh, that's those Gaia ones. I feel like here, what we'll do, maybe we'll do a law of positivism healing oracle for us all. So this will be for the collective. And if there's no one else when I finish this, then we'll just end early tonight. I will be back tomorrow, of course. And anyone that's still here, if you want to get into the giveaway, I do have a giveaway every new and full moon. Here is the link to that. So the next one's coming up December 4th, if you want to get into that. All of my readings and my hedges of peace and love are on sale through the end of the year. So you can check that out there. And then if you haven't checked out my podcast yet, we have a free podcast called The Easier Path that provides some great information. You get to know me a little more because I share experiences I had in the past, and you can realize, yeah, I've been through hell too. So I get it. I've been through experiences that felt like hell, which we transformed into heavenly wisdom and knowledge because we talk about why humans do what they do and then why we want to experience that from a higher place. And then hints from spirit on how to make situations that seem hard, how we can make them an easier path as well. So if you want to check it out, the playlist where everything's down in the description box, but that link there is the newest episode, the knockout round. All right. So let's see here. What message do you have collectively for all of us? Anyone that will see this or is watching this right now? All right. We've got, oh, what a beautiful, interesting card. Card number 4, I let the healing energy of my heart heal my body from any discomforts. Ooh, it's a powerful energy. Oh, it's back here. So it says, the heart goes beyond the logical mind and the physical body and is the center of healing and unconditional love. The heart is intelligent and intuitive and connects us directly with the source. The heart is more than just a physical organ. This center holds divine and sacred mysteries. Goes on to say, are you listening to the language and voice of your heart? From this center, we are merging earth and heaven and connecting to a universal intelligence that is pure love and oneness. The heart is our compass, and if we choose to listen to it, we can be guided through intuition and the path of love. When there is unconditional love and self love present, we've already reached a big part of our healing. If you're experiencing physical imbalances, it is time to connect deeper to your heart for answers. Meditation, sleep, and heart opening practices are essential, and living from a heart based space can help you elevate and go deeper. Wow. They got some heart healing meditations, 5 of them. One, or this is a meditation, there's 5 steps. One, with a silent mind and a focus on your breath, start dropping your consciousness into your heart. Speak to your heart and ask it what you need and what you need to know to heal. Feel the energy of your heart expand and visualize it filling your whole body. Feel and visualize the heart energy surrounding your whole body. Let it hold and embrace your heart center. Let the heart's energy enter the places in your body that need healing right now. Beautiful. The symbols on the card here, there's a finch. Yeah, there's a finch flying up above. That's about a ascension, rise. There's a Kurdish caw and a chukar partridge, which represents love. The red rose represents the healing of the heart. And is there a whale on here? Oh, yeah, the whales are on the bottom. I didn't even see those on the bottom. There's whales down here. Those represent wisdom and guidance. So we can let our heart lead us and guide us. I love that. It's a little bonus oracle for us all. I don't see any other um, free reading or donation requests. So we'll close out here a little early this evening. I will be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And tomorrow, of course, Sundays are different. Whatever I don't finish in the morning, if um, I always come back on and finish everything in the afternoon if I don't finish it in the morning. So I look forward to seeing you guys again. Until I do, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful evening. Dream well, and we'll see you when we see you. All right, guys, take care.